All right, everybody. How you guys are doing? It's your boy Megaman X again. Here with another episode of Megaman's Legends. And we're going to do something different, right? Normally, we would reach out to those that's within the fighting game community. You know, for them to tell their story about everything, what they've been through in the FGC and everything like that. But today we'll do something different. We'll do like a person that's outside of the FGC but likes the game as well. And I found one of a kind of good person, really good person, right? She has been with me before. I would say, like, besides, I would call her like the manager, basically, right? But she's in her own right. She's actually pretty good at some games as well. So here on this podcast today, I have one of my closest friends, Samantha MyHeartSkipps Scanna. How you doing, Sammy?
Hey, Anthony. I'm doing all right, and yourself?
I'm doing just fine. Hey, first of all, thank you so much for joining this podcast. I know at first you were kind of hesitant in regards about doing it, but I think this is pretty cool that you're actually joining. And
yeah, no problem. I appreciate you wanting me on your podcast.
Yeah. I mean, did you have any second thoughts at first when you wanted to join it?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't really like talking.
Nah,
you know what? Why not? Let me go out my comfort zone.
I understand that. So, now that we, pat out the pleasantries and everything like that, tell us about yourself, right? First off, introduce you. What got you into gaming at first?
I think, honestly, I always watch people play, and I'm like, oh, that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, let me just try it. Like, it won't hurt to try. I may suck at the beginning, but you can only get better if you practice.
That is very true. So, ironically, what year did you kind of start it in a way?
Probably.
Go in like, I want to hear the story, like when it first happened. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, like my first system I ever got was probably a PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember all the fun games. Like, I'm really big into GTA, San Andreas.
Yeah, that was. Here's the question before you go into that. Would you argue, from all the GTAs you played, would you say San Andreas is the best one?
No. I don't know GTA 5. I don't know what that's called.
GTA 5.
I just know. Yeah, okay, then it's GTA 5. But I like that one better just because I could actually play with, online with randoms and also kill them. But, you can make friends along the way with it.
Right.
But I really started with GTA. That was my game back in the day till now.
So that was if I remember, that was what, 03, 04 type of time? 05?
Yeah, probably 05, 06 type.
I see. So take us to that time, right? When you first played San Andreas, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts was like, oh, imagine if this was real life.
Right.
Oh, I can go steal that car real quick. Even though it was challenges and stuff you had to do throughout the game. I don't know. To me, I like more of the killing, and I could just kill anyone vibe.
Right. I feel you. So I remembered when San Andreas first came out. I was practically big on Vice City, right? But you can agree at the time, San Andreas, right, where you did say just now that it is kind of like related to real life, because not, if you remember, not only that, obviously it had all the GTA mechanics in it, but it also had like, you could get to go to the gym, you get to go to the barbershop. You have to learn how to drive. Well, you could drive, but there was a driving school in there. And
right, yes, I remember that. You had to pass. Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah, and then flying school as well, too. You had to do that as well. So that game, I would say, and you can agree, that game changed the way how Grand Theft Auto was going to pretty much go from then on. Because
yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, because I don't know if you played 4. I don't think you have, right?
Nah, I don't recall it.
Yep.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I would say 4. So it's funny. 4, when I first got my Xbox 360, right? Grand Theft Auto 4 was the very first game I bought with it. And that game was like, I think it was unbelievable because got the next gen graphics. It's dealing with the same thing, Liberty City, and basically you had Nico Bellic, and obviously that you're dealing with his cousin Roman and everything like that. But it was pretty next gen for its time, and it was pretty dope. But then along came GTA 5, and man, we were all blown away at that game. That game was quite something. I mean, we used to play it a lot together, and we would have some other people as well. Like, what was that? What was 5 like towards you?
5. Once I learned that 5, you can actually go online and play with like other people, and you don't have to like play by yourself. It brought me to a whole another world. I remember when I could just sit on the game for hours and just play, like if it was my world.
Right.
Got my own house, have so many companies, make money, do heists, and you'll run into so many different people. Yeah,
I feel you on that. I mean, that game was quite something, honestly. And when we played it, we did a bunch of stuff besides the heist. Owning businesses, also doing one of those missions that was on some strange island. And that one was great. I think 5, just like you said, it definitely opened the world because 4. So the funny thing is with 4, right? 4 also has online, but it was just missing that free roam element. Like, you were literally in that element outside there. So imagine this being in a world. You have your character interacting with another character, and then next thing you know, obviously, when you just you're stealing cars together, you have a club together, you start a company and all that stuff. All those features never existed until 5, and 5 is like how much years old? I think it's like 5 or 6. No, it's actually older than that. It's actually older than that. It's actually
I've been waiting for 6 to come out.
Yeah, it's like 10 years old.
I don't even know. I heard that like 6 is gonna cost so much money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if I wanna. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see people play it to see if it's worth the money, because supposedly 6 is supposed to be on a whole another world.
Tell me more. What instead of the people's expectations, what are your expectations of 6? And please go into detail.
What I want, what I would like, if it wasn't just based off of LA. If I'm not mistaken, that's where 5 is, California, right?
That's right.
I wish that it will take us to New York, take us to a freaking different island where you don't just have to stick, oh, I've been here, where there's so much more you can do, so much more you can see, so much more you can like make money with. Like, I don't know. For me, I just hope 6 is better than 5.
Right.
And hopefully people are nicer.
I hear you there. I mean, I think we've heard, and as a collective group, right, that 6 was supposed to take place in Florida, I believe. And
really?
Yeah, because
that would be interesting.
Because it did have a city that represent like kind of as a resemblance of Miami, so it may take place in Florida. But we did kind of speculate in the past, right, that 6 may be more open world than that, and we're talking.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we're talking like, and this is just speculation because we were guessing, but folks thinking like, oh, we get to fly to places at this point, and instead of being limited to just one city, we get to go to other cities and everything like that.
Wow.
Like, it's expanding. So that would be pretty interesting. Now, how huge the map will be, time will tell, because they did say, 2025? Late 2025 is supposed to be the release. So
I did something like that.
Yeah, so it may be interesting. It may be interesting. I mean, I look forward to it. I know you look forward to it as a person that is really into that game.
Oh, so, yeah, I really do. Even though I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend the money. I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I feel like as a consumer, right, you have your expectations of what, the game that the game is not supposed to be, but what would you like in the game, like what you expect. Wow. It's like what you expect versus what they expect. So I completely understand if you feel like, well, I want to buy it, but I don't know if it's worth the money because I don't know if I want to enjoy it.
Right. And then, like, if I buy it and it's not worth the hype, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah.
I mean, so here's the question. Did you have games that was not the hype?
No, I haven't come across that, thankfully.
Okay. So besides GTA, what else games you're like into exactly?
Well, I like Dawn of Daylight. That's a good game. Like, are you just talking about like one system or like any system?
Any system.
I like The Sims. I mean, GTA is like The Sims, but a little more real life wise.
Right.
I like Crazy Taxi. That's a fun. I mean, there's a bunch of singing games, but I don't really think a lot of people play it. There's like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, Among Us. I used to be big on that one, Among Us. Ooh.
When last you played Among Us?
A long time ago.
You do.
It's just not the same no more.
Really?
People are cheating left and right.
Oh, really? There's cheaters on Among Us now?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, did you run across any?
Yeah. I think I was playing with like a few people, and then we had randoms in it, and then like the randoms was together and was cheating. So if like say one of them died,
yeah,
they would press the button, was like, oh, this person killed, and we were like, oh, how do you know that? Oh, I saw it, and like that person wasn't even nowhere near him.
Oh, so I see.
We also got hackers that just hacked.
Oh yeah, that's the story of people's lives, especially the fact that how it was. Yeah, it's on PC. It's also on the phone too, but
Yeah, I remember I played it on the phone.
but yeah, but I can understand hackers because they're pretty much everywhere, especially for PC gaming. So it's like a real never-ending story with that. But
You know what I learned today about Among Us?
well, do tell.
Well, I was talking with my best friend, and she just mentioned to me that her daughter was playing Among Us, and she was like, "Oh, mommy, do you know what that is?" And she's like, "Yes, I've been playing this before you even was born." And I was just like, "Wow, it really went generation to generation playing Among Us."
I see.
And mind you, she's only 5, and she plays that.
You saw like the updates and everything for that game recently, right? Like new maps, new missions, and apparently there's new types. Apparently, there's new types of Among Us now, which is kind of interesting at this point.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
What are your thoughts
Yes.
on that?
Honestly, they should have stuck with the original like it was. I like the new maps. I like the new maps, but I think they bring in too much into it now.
Oh,
Like, oh, now there's a sheriff, or now you can be invisible. Now you can, if you finish all your tasks, you can see who the killer is. I think they bring in too much of those. I don't even know what they call it, but too much into the game.
I see.
Like, let it just be 2 or 1 imposter, and let it from the beginning normal. Let it be normal.
I see.
But no, there's XYZ now.
Yeah, I didn't like the additional characters that they came out with. I agree with you 100% that they're putting way too much into it. It used to be so much. I thought it was, and I think people who's hearing this podcast would agree, right? That when Among Us came out, right, I felt like, I mean, nobody really cared too much about the game, and you would agree at first no one did until some popular YouTube folks came on and started playing it. And then now we would agree that when we played, it was hard because you didn't know who was what. That's one. And 2, not only you didn't know who was what, but you know, I would think the accusations, the accusations towards people was amazing. Like when I played with my group, with my friends, in terms of the Street Fighter community, it was kind of crazy in terms of guessing who was what. And then we played with some other folks as well too. And I remember,
And then it's like you had to become a good liar.
yeah, there are times it got heated. That was the funny thing about it. There was times it got heated. I mean, we were definitely witnesses of that. So
That's for sure.
that's for sure indeed. But besides Among Us, what other games that you were into as well?
I don't even. It's been a little minute since I played a game, but I don't really recall. Oh, I like Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were
But
big.
Modern Warfare and Call of Duty, so no, never mind, yeah.
Yeah, I know you were big into zombies.
Yeah, I'm totally big into zombies. But then I played a few campaigns,
Yeah.
but I prefer zombies. Because I'm not really good at a shooter. I'm not really good at shooting.
Yeah. But you are, I would say, during the times we played, you were very good at, like, doing missions and tasks. Because
Right.
you were folks don't. So a little lore story, guys. Folks don't know that, but when it comes to MyHeartSkipps, right? When it comes to doing missions, it's like she gets it done it's not the matter of gets it done quick. It's just a matter of she knew what to do right off the rip. It didn't even took long. And I remember, I was like, yo, how do you know this?
It's easy. Look, it's right there in your face.
There you go. But then, I remember in terms of explaining it, you were like, you would explain it, and I'm like looking at you lost, and you would get annoyed about that. But
I would.
You would get annoyed about that. But yeah, when it came to missions or so, you were like dead on it, and then you were just like, you just knocked it out of the park. So, and then Dead by Daylight. So I remember you used to stream that a while back.
Yeah, I did.
So I would say like Dead by Day. It's funny. I would say Dead by Daylight, you were playing it, I want to say towards the tail end of the popularity of that game. So
I did.
What was it like exactly?
I really found like it was interesting. Like when I found the game, even though I know I came in late into that game, it's just like going around and having to fix the what are those things?
Oh, the generators.
Oh yeah, there you go, generators. And it's like, and then the music that goes with it when the killer is around.
Yeah.
Got making my heart race. But then I kind of like being the killer. As we see a pattern of every game I play. I like doing the killing. I just think it's so much more fun because like you can see where the people are, and it's just a matter of time if you're gonna get them and kill them.
I feel you there. I mean, that game is quite interesting. That game is quite interesting. So speaking of that kind of genre games, have you seen any newer ones? Like the one that had was it Pinhead, I believe? Or the one that takes place in the farm. It was like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The game itself with that one.
I have seen people play it, like different versions of it, which I find really cool, like Michael Myers or like Chucky, which I find very interesting because like each one has like a different power they can use.
Yeah.
And then you as like, if you're not the killer, I don't know what to call that. The survivors.
Yeah.
Right. You also get powers. So it's just a matter of what you use to yeah. I think I'm talking about the right game. You get powers in that game, right?
I think that's a very good question.
Oh, am I talking about a totally different game?
Man. So I think.
No, I am. You know what game I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Call of Duty with the zombies where you can pick your powers. That I totally mixed the game up. But I know as the killer for Dawn of Daylight.
Yeah.
Each killer, whoever you pick, has something different. No, but it's Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight had included some new people inside there, some new killers, some new survivors, right? And yeah, you do get powers. So basically, they have like a skill tree. Okay, so I wasn't bugging. Okay.
Yeah. So they do have like a skill tree and everything like that. So in regards about that game, would you ever consider yourself playing it again in the near future?
Oh, definitely. It was real fun, especially if you got like a group of people that you play with.
Yeah. Even
if you don't, you get a bunch of random people and hopefully they good and you never know, you might make some new friends.
That's true. So pretty interesting. So basically, overall, You started I would say you started gaming around early 2000s, right?
Right.
And give or take, right? So you started your gaming early 2000s and everything like that. So to the tail end of your introduction, your origin story, right?
Right.
MyHeartSkipps. Where did that came from? Oh, I mean, the name is very catchy, but what's the origin story of that name right there?
Oh gosh. Honestly, well, it's my Instagram name, but I've used it a lot. Like I think my gamer tag was like MyHeartSkips. And it's because like I didn't want people to know my name. so what's your gamer tag, or like, oh, what's your Instagram? Oh, MyHeartSkips.
That's cool. That's funny and cool. So you didn't, obviously, yeah, you didn't want anybody to know what your name was. So that's arguably like, very true, because sometimes you don't want to put your name out there. Obviously, you don't. So that's very understandable, and it's pretty funny, but it's very cool at the same time. So let's move on from that. Let's talk about the gaming world aspect, right? Now, I know you're not into fighters, right? But I would say it depends, really, right?
Right.
Well, better off, here's a question. Have you ever played a fighting game?
Yeah.
Oh, please share.
Well, I played wrestling before.
Oh, wrestling games, huh? So, like, which one? Like SmackDown, I believe?
Yeah, SmackDown.
Oh, man. Which SmackDown? Was it the first one, or was it like here? Oh, if it's PlayStation 2, then it would have to be Here Comes the Pain. That has to be that one.
I don't know whatever one that was. I don't.
It was the one on PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it had to be Here Comes the Pain. So folks, that game, very goated. Very, very goated. I think so. If I were to say what are the top SmackDown games, damn, it's hard to choose because I've played majority of them. But I would say SmackDown 1, Here Comes the Pain is 2, Know Your Role would be 3. Because SmackDown 1 was arguably really good. I mean, it was very jank, but it was very good. But Here Comes the Pain, that game was something, because you had the roster, you had the injuries. Did that one? No, that one did not have like if it updated, you had live injuries, but that one had injuries. That one can tell you, what part of your body was injured and all that kind of stuff. And for crying out loud, it had peak Brock Lesnar at its prime. So
that is true.
It was a dope ass game. But tell me more. Tell me more though.
About SmackDown?
Well, any
like other games.
Other games in general.
What other games? This is so long ago. Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man.
You love Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
You like Pac-Man as well?
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the classic retro right there. But
I played a skateboarding game.
Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
Nice.
I played basketball games before. Am I any good? No, but I think that's really it that I could think of at the moment. Nothing's like sticking out. I mean, what was that game that we played on the Xbox? It's not Among Us. It's the one where you have to do like they spin the wheel and whatever it lands on. It's like that game, and then you have to make it to like the finals.
Oh, wasn't that 1 versus 100? No, it was not that. It was oh my God, I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what game you're talking about. That game. We had to spin the wheel, and then you had to make it to the final. Yeah, I remember that game. Oh my God, I forgot what it was called, but it was
right. Oh my God.
Didn't we have to answer questions as well? I believe.
No, it was like 100 people. I think.
Yeah, 1 versus 100. That's right. 1 versus 100, because we had our avatars, I believe, right? And basically, it was live, I believe. It was like, it was live.
Yes. I don't remember what's the game called, though.
Yeah, it was live.
I just remember that.
It was like literally live, but we had to answer questions, if we remember.
Right.
Oh my God. That was live. So, yeah, 1 versus 100. If folks remember that game was crazy at the time. I remember that one night where we were close, and basically we were in a party, right? It was you, me, some other folks, right? And we were literally trying to just like, we were trying to get in. We were trying to to answer these questions. And I remember you made it the furthest. And I think it was this one question that none of us got. And you just kind of YOLO'd the answer.
Yes.
You YOLO'd the answer. You got it wrong. And oh my God, folks, the amount of cussing that happened was amazing that night.
That was such a good game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know why Microsoft kind of cut that game. That game was so good.
Right, it was.
It was so good.
Then you got Fortnite.
Yeah.
Not a big fan. Not my type of game, I guess you could say. I played it plenty of times, but
do tell. What makes you dislike Fortnite?
Because I couldn't shoot the gun, so I would die quick. So I kind of stay further away as the storms are closing in.
Right.
And, stay away from the people and see how far I can live.
I see. So it's more, instead of going for the kill, it's more of being a survivor, basically.
Yeah. Like, I don't care about killing. If I'm with a group of people and they want to kill, all right, cool. I'm still gonna stay back.
I see. So it's more along the lines of just being a survivor, making sure you make it to the end, and then pick your shots. So I mean, that's pretty smart. I mean, I know you have like a general mind, basically, like a strategic mind.
Right.
So I would say which is why you're very proficient in like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 5, some other pretty much like other games that I would say you like a lot of strategy, basically, because Dead by Daylight, clear example. There's a lot. It maybe just folks thinks it's a lot of tasks that you have to do in that one. So you have to combine. You would agree. You have to combine in terms of obviously lasting long, along with doing the task to escape, basically.
Right.
So. And
then if he hangs you, you gotta try to not move so much. Then hopefully your teammate comes and saves you.
Right.
And hopefully the killer's not just hanging around waiting.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very true. Very true. Okay, so here's a question. Now that I know, okay, you haven't really played like fighters, like Street Fighter or Tekken, Mortal Kombat, or anything like that. But you have seen it before, right?
Right, I've seen you play it before. I mean, I think I played it once with you, but am I good? No, not at all.
Would you? So, is it your type of? Is it your type of game, though?
No,
Yeah.
that's not my type of game.
I got you. So, here's a question. Now, take me back. Let's talk 2018, right? Do you remember that year of when we went to Canada Cup?
Yes.
Can you tell the story about that?
Oh gosh. Oh, I remember us being on the bus for like 12 hours. Did my freaking back hurt after that?
But tell me before it, like when I came to you with that, if you wanted to go, right? Walk us through. What was your mindset during that time when you were asked, right?
I was like, oh my gosh, he wants me to go to Canada. I'm like, oh, that's in school. And then I was like, oh, that's out of the country.
Yeah.
Even though it's not far, but it's still like it's a different country. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go get my passport, and I have to go do so much in a few months.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why not go? You never know when I'm ever gonna get that chance again.
Yeah, that is true. So you got the card, right? I mean, the excruciating 12 hours ride. And it was very excruciating because backs were hurting. But
right.
Take us to when we got there.
We got there. We got off the boat. We had to take an Uber, correct?
We did.
Had to take some to get to the hotel. And wasn't it like a half an hour?
Was it like a half hour? No, it was something like that. Actually, yes, it was something like that because
we was on the highway for a little bit.
Yeah.
The scenery was nice.
Mm-hmm.
The scenery was nice. But then we got to the hotel, and that hotel.
I mean, you can air your grievances.
No, if I'm not mistaken, this wasn't the Hilton one, right?
No, this was the one that was
the one with like the
stadium in it.
Had like a stadium in it.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank gosh. This hotel was beautiful. I like the hotel. That's all I'm gonna say. I liked it.
It was fun because that was the first hotel that had it had an indoor baseball stadium in it. It was
right.
It was Rogers. What was it called? Rogers Stadium, I believe. So, if folks don't know that the tournament. So when we went, it was Tournament of Legends 3. And when I went for that, I took her with me, and we went twice in a way because
did we?
You did because remember the first one we went and you gave that bad review.
Oh, the Hilton.
Yeah, you gave that really really bad review, and then the second one was the first one. Actually, yeah, the first one we went was 2017, and that was the one that we went to that bad hotel. And then the second time we went was the one where we went to the baseball stadium. And that one was that. By the way, folks, that one was a lot more. Just like Sam said, it was a lot more beautiful because indoor baseball stadium. Right? Indoor baseball stadium. The view was great. Then you could view the train that was outside at the window as well. So it was kind of sick. It was a kind of sick view right there. But we went, and definitely, you pretty much had a good time. You had some really good food as well too out there.
We did. We sure did.
Yeah, but tell me, I know you're not much of a people person, right?
I'm not.
Although you went to the tournament, right? But you didn't physically go down there, but you kind of
I didn't go into it.
Right, but you kind of enjoyed outside things that you did.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Even though I know you're not into fighters or anything like that, right? But even though there's other games that's out there that has like tournaments or so, right? But would you ever say you would step foot in a tournament environment?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, do tell. Like, what is? We're not hypothetically talking like now, but what would be a tournament that your ideal tournament to go to?
Honestly, I would like to go to any just to see the environment up close because I seen your tournament, but like I haven't been there. But like you sent me pictures,
right?
But I would like to see the hype.
That's cool. So, seeing the hype, it is hype, and as a person, like I said in this episode, it's aiming to like, I call it like for you, I call it like an introduction, right? That way people can know people that's outside of the community, right? And
right.
Not forcing you to say, hey, you should totally join the community in order to just like get to know people or anything like that. But the community is always, the fighting community is usually very welcoming. Just like any other community, like the Dead by Daylight community, the Call of Duty community, like they're all open towards that. Now,
right.
But you have started, I would say you have started the trail of online play, right? And you have been comfortable just doing so. So I would probably say, now here's a question. I don't know. Have you been into like Twitch binge watching, like watching people on Twitch or so?
No. I'm more watching people on YouTube.
Well, okay, then do tell. Like, who is the top people that you normally watch on YouTube?
The top people?
Yeah.
What's her name? Oh my gosh. I watch Valkyrie, but only when she does RP for GTA.
Oh yeah, you're very big into RP GTA, right?
Oh yes. I can watch hours on that.
Would you participate in something like that?
Yeah, but
she must have went off. I think if I remember right, I don't think for RP, I believe you'd need a PC. And I know you don't have one. I think you just have an Xbox to go with it. So if I remember, the Xbox doesn't have RP, and hopefully Microsoft hears this. We need RP. We need the RP on Xbox for sure, because I mean it would be pretty big. It would be pretty big to have that. So
right,
it would be pretty big to have that. But okay, we went over that and everything like that. So tell me something. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the gaming world of today? Do you have any idea?
No, not really, because I kind of stick with like my what I watch, so it's like kind of just RP. for GTA. Or I still watch RP. I don't even know what it is. Not RP. I still watch like people who play Among Us.
Okay. So you more like you watch people into playing Among Us and all that stuff, but you don't really like look outside of it just to say what it is. I would say, what do you think is happening in the gaming world of today and everything like that?
I never really thought about looking into like other I guess you could say clicks,
right?
Per se, because like I feel like I wouldn't find something I'm interested in when I kind of know what I like to watch.
Right. I see what you mean. So
but I wouldn't mind. You actually open my eyes a little bit and just to see what's out there. Because how do I know I'm not gonna like it unless I try to actually watch something different. Well, my comfort zone.
Well, it's not the matter of watching something different. I would say, well, it does play a role into that, right? What I'm saying is, for like buying consumer wise and everything like that, right? What do you think? Are we in an age that, well, considering the prices is like really skyrocketed because of inflation and all that stuff, and there's always newer games that come out, but what do you feel about these newer games that's coming out nowadays?
Honestly, they need to step up their game because these games nowadays are not hitting like they used to.
Oh, well, keep explaining. What do you mean by it's not hitting like it used to?
Like, I feel like they're not taking their time and actually putting effort into making games better.
I see.
They're just like, oh, this is what people are into. Let's make a quick game to make a quick buck.
I see. So you're thinking that companies are chasing the bag instead of longevity? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, yes, definitely.
I see what you're saying. And that's a pretty good point because it's like, I feel like a lot of games nowadays is just, well, I want to say a lot of games. I think there's games now that is actually like really good, but I think to your point, right, can it sustain themselves in longevity? So a good example, right, is the first game you played, GTA San Andreas.
Right.
Everybody and their moms still play that game till this day.
That is true.
And it's not only the PS2 version; it's also the PC version, the Xbox version as well, right? They still, and the PlayStation 4 and 5 the PlayStation 4 and 5, people still play that. So everybody still plays it. So what you're saying is, the games of today is not going to have that longevity like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas does? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, definitely not.
I see. Well, that's interesting. That's a very interesting stance that you took there. So it's like, for a fact that, okay, this game come out, it may look good, but you're not going to waste your money on it.
Exactly, because they might show you a part of the game that's like, oh, that looks really cool, and that'll probably be the only part that's good in the game.
I see. Well, that's true. Okay, so we reached pretty much almost the end of the interview, right? Tell me this, right? As a person that I want to say is looking from the outside in, right? And then there's new gamers that's coming out today. There's new gamers that's interested in playing, right? What advice would you have for the newer gen who wants to get into gaming?
Like any game or
Any game. Any game. Like, what is your advice for them?
Don't knock it out until you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Like, you want to play that game? Go play that game. Mm-hmm. Don't listen to what people are saying in your ears. Because let's say someone wants to play an older game and, like, their friend group, let's just say, oh, you shouldn't play that. You should play, like, the 2024 version of something. Mm-hmm. No, don't do it because someone's telling you. You should do it because you want to.
Mm-hmm. That is important. That is important. Peer pressure is important. I mean, don't get...
Peer pressure is not important. Don't let anyone peer pressure you.
Exactly. Because pretty much you play what you like at this point.
Exactly.
Like, you can like this, just like me. I like the older version of Street Fighter than the newer one. So... I would say, yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, don't get pressured into playing something that you don't want, and it's not going to click with you. But
right.
What about those who's going to interact with people online? What are your advice with that?
People that want to interact with other people.
Yeah.
Just know everyone is not going to be nice. If you want to interact with people, like let's say you want to do like a GTA Online type of game or something online, everyone is not going to be nice that you come upon.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Oh my god! Like, oh my god! You're not gonna like, but for real, you're not gonna. Everyone is not nice, so if you're going into it with that kind of mindset, like, oh, everyone's gonna be just like me, let's say, like a nice person. No, the online world will change the way you feel about that.
I see. So more or less, don't trust people. If someone's insulting, just block their ass, pretty much.
Exactly. But also, you can make decent friends.
Mm-hmm.
But just know everyone's not going to want to be your friend.
That is true too. So you got to be careful out there. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, that's the good advice. You got to be careful out there.
Yeah. Got to be careful out there. That it's like, I would say meeting people online is very interesting because it's dangerous, but it's worth it at the same time. Right. So it's like, I would say just definitely be careful, especially in the gaming world, because you never know.
You never know who that person is.
Exactly. Okay, so I mean that's a very sound advice that you give them and everything. So do you? I know you used to stream in the past, but you kind of stopped nowadays, right?
Yeah, since I moved, yeah.
Would you ever return to streaming, or you just call it a retirement?
I don't know if I would call it a retirement. Maybe one day I'll come back.
I see. Because I remember you used to do a bit of everything, actually, if I recall. Like, you would have your blogs, you would have your gaming times, and there's also food stuff as well too, and adventure stuff as well. So,
right.
What was it called again?
What
was your channel? What was it called again? Your channel. It was called something World.
Oh, Sammy's World?
Yeah, that's it. Sammy's World.
Oh gosh.
That's what it's
YouTube into this.
I mean, eventually, hey, it's up to you towards the end if you want to give away, you want to tell them what your YouTube is, but there was a point that was Sammy's World.
Yeah, I've been posting on that forever. I'm more into Instagram posting there. I
Yeah.
like TikTok because it's fun. You should get TikTok if you don't have one.
You're advertising TikTok. Well, it's funny because there are people who does gaming on TikTok as well too.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen. There's gaming everywhere nowadays. You should join the TikTok world. Start gaming.
So, because IG also has it, and TikTok has it because they post they have people who post like shorts, I believe. And I know, if I remember, TikTok, there's people who actually go live on TikTok streams there as well, if I remember.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
Well, then you got Facebook that's I'm sure people will game on.
Yeah, but it's not the same nowadays because
Right, but
I don't know. I think I know you remember when a while we talked about it before, right? That they changed the rules in terms of streaming because you can't. I mean, not for me. Not saying I wanted to aim to be monetized, but to get monetized now, it's actually more steeper now.
oh my gosh, let's not talk about that. Anywhere, if you want to get monetized, like say you want to get monetized on YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I still think you need like 1,000 subscribers.
You're right.
If you want to be monetized on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it. I think you need like 10,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is true.
Something like that. TikTok. Oh well, you could go live after you get 1,000 followers, I think, or 500 followers.
Right.
But nowadays, you need to have a fan base.
Yeah. Because I would attest to that because you do have to have a following for sure. And
right. And my following is on Instagram.
I mean, so here's a question. It's a question. This is a good topic to talk about, right? What are you so starting off, right? Do you feel that you have to like work with other streamers to get where you want to get towards, or do you feel that you're better off doing it by yourself and work hard at it?
I feel that is all depend on you as a person. Like, let's say me, for example, right? Mm-hmm. If I wanted to grow my page or grow anything,
right?
I'm more of an introvert, so I like to do things alone. I like to work on things alone. Mm-hmm. But as far as you're like an extrovert. You would want to collab and meet other new people. So it really depends on you as a person.
I see what you're saying. Well, I would say for me, I was also an introvert, right? It's just that I feel like
you have a lot of friends.
You're right. I am a lot of things though, but still, no, on the real, I was an introvert at first, and I am a firm believer in, working hard, and you work hard, you get what you need to get to, you feel successful. But nowadays, it feels like, for Twitch wise, it's it's really harder because you don't really get featured as much. As long the only way that you get featured is if you work with somebody, right? But that's Twitch side. On the Instagram side or TikTok side, I have no idea, which is why I come to you, because you have more verse in those two worlds there and you've seen people have their, the IG or TikTok grow, and you notice how they do it. So that's why I was saying. That's why I posed a question towards you. So on that side, right? What do you notice in terms of growth there?
Well, honestly, you have to. Well, especially for Instagram, you have to have this look. Mm-hmm. You have to be standard looking for you to grow.
Define standard looking.
Like, I don't know. Honestly, like, you have to be an eye catcher, I guess you could say.
Ah, I see. So,
like the model.
That's what I was gonna say.
Picture.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you have to have the model type and everything like that. I see. So,
but I will say,
okay,
there are bigger girls, because I am a bigger girl, that have a fan base. Mm-hmm. But the more petite girls, let's just say, have more of a chance of getting follows.
I see. Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying there. So, do you think gaming would make it on those two platforms?
Yeah. If you be consistent, why not?
So that's the key right there, consistency.
Definitely.
So what do you mean by being consistent?
Like, say if you want to grow, let's just say on TikTok, for gaming, you have to at least post every day, even not even go live. I mean, if you want to go live, that's all you. If you have those enough followers to go live and get yourself out there, cool, you can go live. But my opinion is, like, if you record yourself playing, and they say like a one scene is better than like the whole thing, you just clip it and then you post it. You get more attraction.
I see. So it's basically a grind every day, virtually.
Exactly.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, I could see from that world that it is more of a grind. Well, I would think it's all a grind, really. But I feel like maybe it's harder over there than it is on Twitch, maybe, because I feel like, just like you said, I think what matters is the look, and then also afterwards, maybe you could do it by yourself, but you have to like do it every day so people can catch you, I would say.
Right. Agreed.
I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, that's good to know. That's very good to know. So we reached pretty much the end, right? And I want to thank you again for joining this podcast, right? Really do.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you, and it's my honor to be on your podcast.
I appreciate that a lot. You got any? So tell me, you have any shout outs or, any words that you want to say to the people that's watching?
What can I say? If you want something, go for it.
Just be a go-getter?
Yeah, if you want something, go for it. Don't let nothing stop you.
Don't
let no one stop you.
Yeah, that's very sound advice. Very good advice there. So tell me, if people want to follow you, or if you're interested in letting, I would probably say anybody, if you're interested in like letting people know what your socials.
It's gonna be the same name as here, MyHeartSkipps, my_heart_skips. Mm-hmm. If you want to follow, you can follow me.
Yeah, don't worry, folks. It will be in the description. So the tag will be in the description. So definitely look forward towards that. And oh yeah, I do have one question though.
Yeah.
One last question for you. I know you don't have Twitch. You have actually you don't have Twitch, so it's not that. So my question to you is, I would guess people would want to know is MyHeartSkipps gonna return to the gaming world anytime soon?
Anytime soon? Catch me in 2025.
That's the year? 2025, MyHeartSkipps return?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, look out, folks. You heard it here and then. She is going to return back to the scene. And obviously, there's going to be, I feel like it's not only going to be Grand Theft Auto 6, but there'll probably be some other games that she'll be interested in. And she'll probably be on Xbox more than likely. And yeah, probably gonna be on Xbox, which is the greatest console ever made. But she'll pretty much be on Xbox. I think down the line you'll probably give that away pretty soon as well. Your Xbox tag as well. But
right, because I don't really remember it at the moment.
Yeah, but yeah, you heard it here, folks. You know, MyHeartSkipps, aka Samantha Scanner, on the podcast here. I thank you again very much for joining. Right, this is a very good start. Like I said, to those to introduce into the to the fighting game community. Now, like I said, if it's just an introduction, right? Because maybe MyHeartSkipps would like to know more about the FGC later, but it's up to her if she wants to be interested to it. Am I right?
All right. I mean, I could always ask you.
There's that too. So basically, like I said, her IG is there. It will be in the description, and folks can always follow her. And once again, thank you again, Sam, for being on this podcast. I'm truly honored that you have joined in something new that I'm doing in terms of introducing people to the fighting game community.
Yeah, no problem. Again, I appreciate you wanting me to be on your podcast.
Right. So, and you told people be a go-getter. So,
go get it.
Go get it indeed. But everybody, thank you very much for watching this special episode. Mega Man's Legends. I will talk with you all soon. See you all later. You gonna say bye?
Bye. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. See you guys later on the next episode. Peace out.